When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, September 26th. We got Ryan and Anthony live from the office. We got Tom from the Ryder Cup. Just kidding. Tom's from some golf course today. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're at the golf course, but as you can see, there's going to be lots of four yelling, but we don't know where the four is going to be yelling to. So good luck to all the other patrons out there.
Good luck on your round today. Bring home another dub, second dub of the week. But today, Tom is probably going to have to leave. They're going to be shooting that shotgun off here pretty quick for him, but we wanted to get him on here quickly this morning. We're talking refis today, guys. No-cost refis are all the talk of the town. But frankly, we got to get into it a little bit because there's nothing free in the world. There's no such thing as a free refi. And the costs are just hidden somewhere else. Is that not true, Anthony?
It's absolutely true. There's never a free lunch if you ever were told that. I mean, there's never a bank that I've ever heard of just giving money away. They make money off of your money. So why they're giving money away would be not the smartest thing on their end.
Yeah, Tom, everyone looks at interest rate, right, or monthly payment with a refinance, and they're just not using their brain and looking at the numbers or saying, wait a minute, why did my loan amount just go up X amount of thousands of dollars? And why is that happening?
Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, there's no such thing as a free refi. And it costs money to do that. That is going to be added on top of your loan amount. But you're going to see the savings in the interest rate, hoping, that will offset it. But it's not free. And, it's crazy how many times we do hear that people say, hey, I want that free refi. I'd say 50% of the people that call for refis think it's free.
Yes. And one of the main reasons why, right, guys, is because everyone gets in their head. They want a lower interest rate or a lower monthly payment. But they're also not thinking about the terms. If you're 5, 7, 10 years into your mortgage, you do not want to go back to a 30-year term just to have a lower payment unless it's the last case scenario. You do not want to add terms to your loan. Also, for mortgage lenders, they can hide costs in the loan amount. They can hide costs in the interest rate. There is nothing free about a refinance. The lender is definitely charging you somewhere. Now, if you're a past client, sure, there are companies that are going to discount past clients. It's not going to be free. Please pay attention to your loan amount when you're looking to refinance compared to what your loan amount is currently. Because the biggest difference, Anth, is you are allowed to put the closing costs into the refi when you're not allowed to do that when you purchase the home.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole premise around a refi. I mean, you have the option to pay them at closing, but who wants to do that? So typically the easiest way is to build it into your loan amount, which is normal practice. The unfortunate part is, if somebody says, hey, there's no cost to the loan, like you said, and you have a loan balance of 240, but now you're at 262, that's going to raise your monthly payment because now you're borrowing more. But the premise, over the past 5 years was, hey, if you use us, we'll refinance you and it'll be no cost. That's not true.
Not true at all. Not true at all. And
Gentlemen, it's been real. I'll see you. Thank you, boys.
All righty. Like Anthony said.
Hit him straight, Tom.
Like Anth said, was the loan amount. And again, if you're a buyer and you're okay with increasing your loan amount because it's still going to make your payment lower, you're still going to get a lower interest rate, that's good. You understand what's going on. What we're fearful of is the folks that call us or they hear online or they watch the ad that talks about, oh, I'm just going to call and get a refi and it's not costing me anything. And you need to think about what you're saying there. That is not reality. There is no company out there doing anything for free. And we do want you to be aware. So call us if you need a refi. We got low costs for refinances, but saying there's no cost or it's free, frankly, is just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's very misleading, Ryan. I mean, the thing is, when you refinance, you're taking on a whole new loan. So the lender's paying off your current loan, giving you a new loan, new terms, new rate. Now, granted, there's going to be costs to any loan you ever take. So it's not a bad thing if you refinance, because a lot of people do save a good amount of money doing that refinance or restructuring their terms. The unfortunate part is when a lender says, hey, we're not going to charge you a fee. That would be like you going to work tomorrow and telling your boss, I'm going to just work 8 hours for free today. Nobody's going to do that. No. So, yes, would they show their lender fee is no longer there? Yes. What they're going to do is build it into the interest rate. So instead of getting the rate you should have, now you're going to have a little bit of a higher rate to offset that cost. You're still paying for it. It's just a matter of how they're showing it to you. So it's very misleading and not very transparent whatsoever, which is why you need to be talking to one of us as far as refinancing or a second look. So if you bought a house in the last 5 years and somebody told you that, give us a call. We'll
definitely
actually run it through with you.
And you need to be shopping around for your refi just like you were shopping around for your initial purchase, because every lender is different. If you're not shopping around, like Anthony said, and you're talking to a lender that's just putting all their fees into the interest rate, and that's, hey, maybe you're okay with paying some costs out of pocket. Your main goal is you wanted the lower rate. Well, you didn't get that because you didn't understand what was happening. You didn't ask the right questions, or you didn't shop around. So you're just letting that lender take your hand and walk you, practically dog walk you. They're going to do whatever they want and put you in whatever program that suits them. And if you don't know what's going on, that could affect you negatively. My biggest thing, Anth, is seeing folks say, oh, my payment dropped, I'm so happy, but they're increasing their terms. I just can't fathom wanting to increase the term of your mortgage unless it is a last-ditch effort because you're having major trouble making the payments.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it on both ends, truly. I mean, ultimately, even though they have 7 years into it, their loan balance may not have changed as much as one would hope, right? So if you're taking that from a 30-year, say, to a 20-year, in hindsight, yes, you're taking off an additional 3 years, but if somebody's looking for the more affordable, using that term as far as stretching it back out to the original 30, it's going to save them money monthly. If they just want the lower term, like you said, yes, you're adding interest if you add those years back onto the term. But every client's different. Some clients just want to shorten that term. Others want to save money monthly. But, it's very rare that a client keeps one single mortgage for 30 years anyway. So, you can structure it as it works for you, and, monthly payment wise as well as term wise. So,
I mean, that's it. We have everyone talking about refinances. But when we get into the weeds, you learn most folks, and it's understandable, you're not refinancing every day, don't know the ins and out, and we don't want anyone being taken advantage out there. So any refinance questions you have, give us a shout. We're around all weekend. And let's get that fog cleared up and have a beautiful Friday, Anth.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, woke up this morning, you couldn't even see outside. So it was kind of like Tommy's golf course. So I guarantee you somebody's getting hit in the head today out there.
Yeah,
so
a scramble in the fog seems a little dangerous. All right, Anth. Well, that's all I got, and I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, see you, man.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.